Hi, everybody. I went to another AMC Screen Unseen, and it's where you go into a film where you have no idea what you're going to see, and I saw Boy Kills World. So the whole idea of me making this channel was not to give you over analytical film school mumbo jumbo. It's more to kind of give you an idea of what you're walking into and give you my opinion so we can have a conversation. And I think Boy Kills World is a perfect example of that, because when you see the trailer, you kind of know what you're going into, a very ultra violent John Wick style action film. But I think it's actually a lot more than that. It is very polarizing when it comes to the campiness and the ultra gore. It's a lot gorier than a John Wick film. It's a lot gorier than most horror films, which kind of blurs that line a little bit, doesn't it? So it's really a movie about violence and where that all comes from, which is very interesting. And I'll get into, and I think I am going to get into the film school analytical mumbo jumbo because I think this movie deserves that. But it's a absolutely intriguing performance by Bill Skarsgård, who gives a very physical performance, which he doesn't speak any dialogue throughout the entire film. Actually, his inner voice is played by another voice actor, and he pulls it off. I mean, come on, the Skarsgård family are just, I don't know what their genes are like. Man, my God, that's a family. But if you know who Bill Skarsgård is, he is the clown from It. He was the villain in John Wick 4, and he's in the upcoming Crow movie. So it's going to be very interesting to follow him in that. But the action sequences are incredibly choreographed. Going into this film, know that it is really campy, and the performances are way over the top, and things get way kooky and crazy. Just know that when you're going in, and expect that, because I think a lot of people can be turned off by that right off the bat. My wife wouldn't last 5 minutes of this film. So I think it has that 1970s grindhouse B movie feel. It's dirty looking. It's all intentional. And I think that's part of the fun. In fact, I didn't know if I really liked it. I was like, wow, this is kind of ugly looking. It's an ugly film. But there's a reason for it. And this is why I have to talk about the film school analytical mumbo jumbo type stuff, because I think there's a purpose here of why it's as ultra violent as it is. In fact, my wife, when she saw the first John Wick film, she's like, is the violence necessary? I mean, is this sensationalism? Is this sensationalism entertainment? It's up to the person, isn't it? But for this film, I think that's why it starts off as campy as it does, and then the director starts turning down the dial a little bit to focus on what the real meaning is. And I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything away by saying this, but I'm saying that, adults indoctrinate children into believing a certain way in a certain worldview, and that's not always for the good. It's funny that he's making an ultra-violent movie that showcases that this is not right for children, or we should not do this to children, or, we need to be very aware of what we're showing and doing to children. So that's what's really hard, is that I don't know how to feel about that. How, when you watch a movie like that with a story like that you are supposed to feel one way or the other. I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, the fact of the matter, it is funny, kooky, bonkers, crazy, somewhat original, a lot of great, beautiful choreography. So it is one hell of a ride. And I don't know how it's going to play out in the theaters, or people are going to respond to this film or just be turned off by it. And I can see it go both ways. But it is, at the least, one of those little midnight movies. If you're up at the middle of the night and it's on, you'll probably enjoy watching it. And I could see it becoming a cult, having a cult following later in life. But that remains to be seen. It's just interesting take on what we just discussed. And I'm sorry if I went into film school analytical mumbo jumbo, but walking into this film, understand what you're seeing, and I want to hear all about it, what your thoughts are, what your analytical mind might have to say about a film like this. It is definitely something, it's a good conversation piece, and I love to hear anything you have to say about it. And for me, this was just my opinion, this is my thoughts, and I like to hear what you do, what you have to say. And I just want to hear what you have to say to keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching, and until next time.